Hey guys, welcome back to another week of gaming news. In this video, I'm going to be reacting to what happened last week in gaming, anything pop culture, video game related, whatever. There's quite a bit that happened, so let's get started. I wanted to start things off with the bad news first. Remember that Suicide Squad game that's supposed to be coming out that's getting just completely crapped on every time it's in the news? Well, more crap.
No, God!
The game actually launched for people that wanted to spend $100 on the digital deluxe edition. I think they were able to play just 3 or 4 days early. New gaming norm. I mean, Starfield did it, Diablo did it. It's just something that's just going to keep happening at this point. But what happened here, and this is pretty similar to what happened with Diablo, people actually bought that game, loaded in, and just were instantly greeted to a screen that said, "Congrats, you finished the game." So, guess no need to play there, huh? It's pretty crappy. I mean, Rocksteady had to pull the game down just to avoid like even more of a hassle. I'm not sure. I think they're planning on compensating people. I think as of this morning of me filming this video, they did come out and say that they're going to be reimbursing people, not with any cash, of course. You're going to be getting $20 worth of cosmetic points or whatever it is. I mean, I haven't played the game yet, but there is a store. There's going to be skins. It's a live service game. It's really getting kind of crapped on all the time. And I mean, to make matters worse, there's no review keys that came out. I mean, I'm too small to even get a review key, let's be honest. But usually when the press or big guys like IGN and stuff, they don't get review keys, it's usually a bad sign. I mean, most of those games don't end up being very good. I'll be playing it this week. I think it comes out like February 2nd, and I'll be giving you guys my review on it. And, no BS. I'm really not trying to go in with like this negative mindset, despite how many just bad videos keep coming out about this. I mean, every time I see this game in the news, it's something negative. Again, I said in my last video, I miss the grind of Destiny. I hope this can kind of fill that for me. And I hope I have fun, honestly, especially because I mean, it's a $70 game I'm going to be paying out of my own pocket for. I love the whole Rocksteady team. I love the Arkham games. So I'm not looking forward to it, but when I do sit down and review it, it's going to be completely unbiased. I can't have any of this negativity kind of leach into that video because I want to give you guys kind of the best type of impression, or at least best review I can get possible with no bias. In some good news, there was a rumor that State of Play was coming January 31st. This ended up being true. Rise of Ronin, maybe Death Stranding 2. All these games are supposed to be leaked to be coming out. It's supposed to be like a big thing. I think as of filming this, it might have already come out. So, for not really spoiling it for anyone or anything, I would check it out. It's something I'm going to be covering maybe next week's news video. But that leak ended up being true. So, looks like another big year for Sony. Back to some more Xbox news. Remember that little acquisition that was going on with Blizzard?
You guys, look! I went down to the bank and I got Kyle's $20 bill turned into 20 single dollar bills. So now I can do this. Yay! Yes, Kyle's money. Kyle's money. Go yourself, Cartman.
Well, they announced a new head of Blizzard after some record-breaking layoffs, something I'm going to go through again in another news segment. But Joanna, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, Fairies, who is known for being involved in the Call of Duty franchise, is actually going to be the new head of Blizzard. So most gamers are just scared shitless right now. There's people that are reacting just worried. And I mean, with due cause, right? Call of Duty has kind of just been overly monetized. There's yearly releases. It's nothing but just an excuse to sell skins in the store. And, skins don't carry over. And a lot of people actually were saying that the issues with Diablo, the issues with Blizzard have really stemmed from like Activision. Well, Activision's now basically at the top of Blizzard. So that's who's going to be running things. And I mean, if you ask me personally, I feel like these issues have been just like a long time coming, really. I never used to play like really, really old Blizzard games. I know people are super nostalgic for it. I did play Diablo 3, never was a World of Warcraft player. I liked Overwatch when it first came out. But from everything I'm seeing, I mean, most of the people that ran Blizzard or most of the people that were involved in Blizzard are now gone. And it's corporate greed at this point. It's just full corpo. If anyone's played Cyberpunk, that I just don't think that Activision running it is really going to be any different here, right? It just looks like they're kind of headed down that path. Diablo 4, just to give a quick example, launched a new season. Again, this season didn't do too well. It's just like a typical thing that just keeps happening with this franchise. I mean, every time a new Diablo season comes out, all I hear is, "Oh man, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun." And it launches and people are just triggered at it, and Blizzard adjusts and they make it better. It'd be nice if it came out the right way, right? Cuz I mean, I'm itching to kind of play the game again. I would like another looter, as I said earlier. So hoping they were able to steer the ship. I'm not going to crap on her. We're just hoping things get better right now under Microsoft. In some more Microsoft news, I mean, I talked about this earlier. Microsoft had layoffs that were huge this time around. Just to point out, I mean, what happened so far in the gaming industry, we've had more layoffs in January alone than we've had, I think, all of 2023. They laid off just a ton of employees. I don't have the number off the top of my head. It was mostly the physical game division, which is a little scary for people that collect. We did go over this last week with the whole Ubisoft thing about gamers not owning games. There were leaks that Xbox is going to be releasing an all digital console, and it just looks like that's where things are going. Most of the people involved in that physical department are no longer there. And I mean, to make matters worse, just again, more corporate greed, Microsoft stock was just like, I think it's been at the highest it's ever been. They just made the biggest acquisition, I think, in history, and they proceed by just laying people off right away as soon as the year starts. So, yeah, it's scary. I mean, if anyone's working in games right now, it's a scary place to be, and it's a little weird for us, right? Because we're waiting on these awesome releases. We want to see some good things come out, and it just looks like things are just getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and we'll see where it all goes. For the final thing that I wanted to cover, the Pokemon Company has responded in a way to Pal World. So they actually came out with a statement saying that they're going to be investigating games that infringe upon like their licenses or whatever. If you ask me, it's just a bunch of legal speak trying to freak people out. Some people are just like, oh, that's it. Pal World's done. Enjoy it now while you've got it. But I really don't think that's happening. I don't think they have a legal leg to stand on. I mean, I think if you ask me, and I'm no legal expert, they would have just sued them before the game came out, right? Like, why let the game come out, crush records, have it get on Game Pass, just do all of this if you guys really could have sued them? And I mean, I'm a freaking Pokemon fan, like, clearly. And yeah, I mean, I'm playing the game, and every time I see a Pokemon, I could tell immediately what was kind of ripped or adjusted. It's kind of like the whole, copy my homework, but, tweak it a little just so it doesn't look like we're cheating. So, maybe they were able to get through some loophole. We'll see where this kind of goes. But again, I feel like they would have just done something earlier. They did take legal action, I think, or at least came for the guy that did the whole Ash mod with, adding in Pikachu and all these other Pokemon. But I mean, that's a given. Nintendo's going to protect, especially Pokemon Company, right? They're huge. They're going to protect their license. And I mean, we've had this before, guys. We've had Digimon, right? I think there's a bunch of other monster, catching games that are out online. It just, they're not the ones that invented it. Maybe they are the ones that blew up with it. But at the end of the day, we'll see kind of legally what happens. But, if you own Pal World and you're a little worried, I wouldn't really worry. I think we're fine. So that's it for the gaming news of the week. I mean, this was kind of a short one. Not a lot did happen. I think, things are starting to ramp up a little bit when it comes to games. There's going to be some more releases. I did drop a Pal World video. So for anyone that's interested in what I thought of it, I got to play to like mid-level 20s. I think I'm still pretty early. I'm kind of getting to the mid-game. And I did drop an impression video on what I think of the game. Once I complete it, once I get more of the legendaries, I want to drop like a full thought, full review, 80 plus hour, 100 hour, whatever it takes me to do between like my job outside of doing this. On top of that, I am going to be playing Suicide Squad this week. So again, I'm going to be going in open mind, and I'll let you guys know in a review how that one goes. Hoping, hoping it comes out great. Hoping I don't regret the money I spend, but we'll see where things go. If you made it this far, drop a like, hit the subscribe button, help us out, help us reach our goal. We're new, we're growing, and I appreciate all the support I've gotten. Thanks. I'll see you on the next one.